fight his own battle and show that after all, the black man is capable of managing his own affairs. That new African is ready to fight his own battle and show that after all, the black man is capable of managing his own affairs.
Yo, mi dakpana mi apre nkpolo ba mi cha ba TV abe mi apre TV ke mi akpo Ŋdi and Tony Mark-Boye always on mi va mi apre Ŋdi Wɔna apre gome jefome ke mazemo popo ya acho adakpana mi o ka tanto to me ke dame gbana mi kple ega Fuller Herbal Clinic mi apre ho chichina chang to mo peso takwe hamila Honorable Richmond Edem Kofi Botosu, but loose links every dictionary, but me banare mianchi eshai ala be miapo wona o dena tu meta planamikata yo ka kama sube miakbo nka nyanya jutucho yo ka le miapo ntu yame ka ne miezorango miakbo nka nye headlines walo nyajujo bano kwa tanyagao que na gagné pour nya jonyame aka mata jama gome nyami madon se miaru ki abalke mioni la chino ta mi jamia ko na comme kple so nse do amanya de ka evaro enya gbaro yo ke ko tuna miaru ki ko so na me pa gbezon ya le agbe boyang. So that motivational segment nana mami egbepa wona come jege. Yeah, so I welcome you to the transmission. This is Ewenyigba TV's morning show. Tony Mark-Boye is the one anchoring this, and I'll be doing this from now till 10. We'll start with the motivational message. We'll look at what stories are trending from our region here, and who especially, and any everything that concerns us as people. And we will go ahead to do some discussion of the sensitive issues or topical issues. So thank you to all our sponsors. Yo, mia ayide mia for motivational message, but mia kanya motivational message le egba maha kani mi mia motivational message for mia azorengo mi le woto le ho technical university ame never be ye le Ewenyigba TV jima Ewenyigba TV le woto to fumai na akpo mi le. So we start our show this way. Motivational message we have a very simple, straightforward motivational message right there. And kindness is a seed. It always finds its way back to the giver. Be kind always. So I saw this from Be Positive page on Facebook, and I thought that is a good one. We just look at it. Kindness is a seed; it always finds its way back to the giver. Be kind, always. Me Apple TV oji pomba xeviare ma ndudu home alondudu dumle anunara pashimeta marevo oshi ko echo ndudu abe blikui alo molekui mi kako amo wana enla kako xevia ejichokpom eba enuya dum la shimane anunala nufiala boblombe domanyo nyonto domanyo wa kunyemie pana jigara nemi odobenwa kwika mi pana ba niena chana hatrona ba miabo ta mission leke miawo domanyo ba mo gero pashimasen le mionya poko mafia ashimusen alo domeve vito bodon be domeve vito ameke domeve vito boa domeve vito me vie Jara moshimus mananangu amamenanangu kaka miso strong barbe nyanya leke mikuna mipashioma nyanya leke miona domenyo alaba mshami keno domenyo na mi meke no na mayigafu aga trouble bo never am baba ga berekalo baba ga pleji chireji baba ga ble epo kunchacho yamabiaro na atabwashi ye blikualo kokloyo blikualo mbugano shimono ekhebina badune bore hekma bogaore ne evu troga babo fonene ne evu troga abadove la paplo ne evu troga banu bojigera mi masami akomo yagbe akomanyila numi wala domenyo wala koko komara ba domenyo na ma these are laws of life nena mawe na mka sato na sato ko kana na nyaleji kwa le chivi but if a Jim won't then we are that's just a law of life. So, Nyashonlike or Tomanyu, Nyashonlike or Onanam, Magane, Nyama, Mao, Gonaba, we are stingy, we are greedy, that kind of thing. A boy, a man, Rocky Tojan, which is often a Rocky touching her, Papa Milk, Yingo, Upa, Ngoi, Kakata, Ogado, she, or Antep. I'm a more girl, I probably overshime myself. Away, that my table copra, among Putanaga, Pumatatonaga, Away, Gato, no ga, but when I want you. Gato of my vinay, you got parameter, you got parameter, like Amo, Finabanya Gato. The top Aragoga, Amon blue, the horror to Gamarona no. Then I don't go to Amo, but Okuma Pataraji. Then I'm not going to interpret a few when you that so we will conclude the motivational segment. Watch you again. Kindness is a seed, and it always finds its way back to the giver. Be always kind. All right, so that's what we have there for a motivational message. Holiday.com news. At Ho Water residents decry airport exit flooding. At Ho Water residents decry airport exit flooding. Mahama urges youth sobriety during Eid celebrations. Mahama urges youth sobriety during Eid celebrations. And Botosun donates street lights to all electoral areas. We also have this here. And a Black Warrior reassures diaspora voluntary repatriation begins. A Blackwa assures diaspora voluntary repatriation begins. So those are the big stories, big banner stories we have here on wholeweekday.com. So I'll go a little bit of reading on the human interest story we have here from Hope, where we're transmitting from the electoral area, Waterway, where we are. Boson Twain. That is the electoral area which we are transmitting from. So this really fairly consensus. Construction on the Big Push Road corridor linking Sokoto to Ho Airport has encountered hydrologic disruption as the exit ramp at Maryland in Waterway remains beleaguered by inundation despite ongoing works commenced prior to the rainy season. The deceleration lane, still under the active development, has been overwhelmed by stormwater accumulation that breaches adjacent residential precincts and imperils livelihoods. Although the contractor mobilized equipment and commenced earthworks before precipitation intensified, incomplete drainage of appurtenances have left the carriageway vulnerable to ponding. According to Ewenyigba TV reports, residents acknowledge the contractor's preliminary exertions, just yet decry the absence of functional gutters, contending that interim channels have proved insufficient to divert rain runoff from cascading into residential properties. This also brings to the fore structural compromises, sanitation hazards, and the prospect of further desolation show torrent species. Whovd.com for Nyajoja, Lefia, Boblon, Piracoba, Chiamo, Demla, who water, Maryland, Lofu, Nacho, Moika, Big Bush, Moi, Domola, Soccer, Evacuator, who airport, a more Campla Jama, Ode, a mod, Ikanya, a Moika DDG, Uyona, sidewalk, allo, bypass, allo, side ramp. If you have a mod allergy, Aniba, Jimatoya, Muroka, and Gobaso, and look at you, Puyina, Plagova to Socolina, who airport, a warrior monoga, Kamuka, the digger, Abapoli, Abi, powerhouse, Abi, Ayapai, or even out of that, the man of Okuku, a Mohodo power, and no Jiva Fichiava, Jaja, that age, Chuka, a more few kuku more hard few kuku near the global. I was rather damning that a cheap dollar, but American Pony of TVOG, a cheap dollar, Alberta, more than the water and Tome. Ho, where to a magic bola, you can Safaja Gama, a member of the assembly for area Safaja Gama. We have to my where you know, Basha Babajam, where your kuku and you bow, your kubo up where. Bula modomo akori atelmi afi echana jagoma kaka chama wene pata itai mwamuroka amloka ntuama o sababa la chigara mo ko home en barabo ko no nyepwe o mawo na ka kaba o yechia gaji mabaleke jimet do bago mene ko echi jaga tura mwana do go anyi ba makata bana chinu galo chimigo ke Bona food the nyama echomia into mafia. So the topological gradients at water naturally funnel discharge toward the Maryland enclave, necessitating accelerated completion of culverts and side drains to foster recurrent submergence. Community advocates are petitioning NADMO and the Ministry of Roads and Highways to institute emergency mitigation pending final works. The Big Push initiative, designed to augment regional connectivity and aviation access, remains a strategic infrastructure undertaken within the Volta Basin. So that's what we have here. Historically, whole municipality has contended with seasonal flooding attributed to fragmented drainage, master plans, and climatic volatility. Stakeholders maintain that harmonizing construction timelines with meteorological forecasts is imperative to prevent recurrent inundation of unfinished alignment. So, Whovd.com, Nigeria, Whovd.com, I say, Chamodem to Maryland, Kakakabatu, Waterway. Mo haji alabo modo mo kakla jawne odumal bo fu ne atanso no so som le kasaji ta fu okay na te fiji o le mo ko tuen malo mo ko titina hala yam e yo ka haja jo tuga o je te fo kuku e ba na ba chia mo dem na ma ko vi o je jewe ma du bana fu ga na mi afa member of parliament le assembly member le area asemo go na kam yo kala to ma o de versus a blow. All right, Mia Azorango, whole central MP distributes street lights whole Central MP distributes street lights. The whole Central Oppositional Chanto Mafia, Member of Parliament, Richmond Eden Kofi Botosu, Emma Siriki Chikario, na Assembly, Manolokata, Assembly members of the whole Central Constituency of Katapo street lights. But what Yako, Akbaro Pontonchi, Araba Amona Tem, Akbong Lazan. Ihanya story the Califia the member of parliament for whole Central Richmond and Kofi Botosu has extended the community safety intervention across the constituency by supplying street lighting equipment to all elected assembly members and ward coordinators. According to the MP, the distribution took place on Monday, May 26, 2026, as part of targeted efforts to eliminate nocturnal darkness and reinforce public security at the grassroots level. Each representative received 5 street lights for installation within their designated wards and electoral areas, a measure intended to improve visibility along roads and communal spaces. The lawmaker explained that the initiative is anchored on a practical objective to enhance illumination, deter criminal activity, and cultivate a stronger sense of safety among residents. He maintained that well-lit neighborhoods are inherently more secure and that every household deserves to reside in an environment conducive to peace and productivity. Member of Parliament, Botosu, Kadi, basically Kadi, Assembly Monocle, a coverture you can patia, Bagun, le whole Central Affair. Kadi ato man go back for the prosecution to Kataman, Kadina non to Kataman. Easy blogger. I have a few more now to be glad to blast over Ŋdi Wɔna Sauma, no General, but I never super Tama, Rogin Benacadilla Fisha, Amoa Tazo. Kakarji to ani banana ke amen jagran ke am block park mava wa anyale yung o. All right, so the rural forms part of a broader constituency development strategy aimed at addressing infrastructure deficits that impede nighttime mobility and economic activity by equipping local representatives with the tools to eliminate their jurisdictions. The program seeks to empower decentralized leadership while fostering civic confidence in public safety mechanisms. The expectation is that improved lighting will encourage extended commercial hours and greater social interaction after day. So, MPP, NDC, General by 24-hour economy. Na cariola shishi sakla kala empia bobloma na gaba amuna kanu zamekra achashi arozame aplam ai toma zameta yebi pipa leo susuma le majijimo ajeba mona toma injin to fieta to peto afie mana fama ajeba kakarjano imbana mudu sama na ke mablegala wonchi. All right, so that's what we have. The corporate John Dramani Mama Pomcho, ne ala subolo le Eid for Duduma Eid Mubarak, Ikenya Azan, Ikenya Yazan, Islam, Mato, Chakeva Imita Mino, Pome, no Jujo Allah, Belonchimo, wo Dakbani, that Jota. President John Mahama delivered an uncompromisingly clear and strong admonition to Ghanaian youth regarding narcotics consumption during Eid celebration at the Independence Square yesterday. So, addressing congregants, the president underscored that intoxicants imperil the intellectual equity and moral fabric requisite for nation building, urging celebrants to commemorate the sacred festivities through piety rather than perdition. Piety rather than petition. Piety rather than petition. Dukokola global cho yikaba yikenya kakokwe Islam to alo ala subolo kata nenye kakeko du le kokwe nyenyeme menye la glututu ble amroki dumagblemo egblogbe pio amachi fon hasso sanfifio no Bla go to two for the security the president's exhortation came amid heightened national discourse on escalating recreational drug proliferation among adolescents, particularly in urban communities. Mahama characterized narcotics as a disaster, noting that dependency on narcotic drugs lead to destabilization in families and destruction of society. He implored religious leaders, traditional authorities, and parents to constitute a bulwark against the encroachment of illicit substances within communities. Amodu makono non fun araba fifia aleke vivise se pe ahanunu ple achapo foko gbe pizaza wo wi wo ple we no blo pe obule ke gere so ke be ko hausam wa machi uzam wa machi bon plata mabo no muru ke utu maglama aten anabe chomene du koya to na glara so ke nye chomene du ko nya ya ru yenye nya ke du ko bla blo le cho vaime. Okay, a final story there. Still on whoweday.com, whoweday.com for the last time. Ablakwa reassures diaspora, voluntary repatriation begins. Ablakwa reassures diaspora, voluntary repatriation begins. This is the last story we'd like to look at there. New York at whoweday.com, Nenya, Jimena Bakla, whoweday.com, fa na baya bo miapo mamleto anya jojo to tria de pa edo ncho ka wazucho ala du kokora pa amadan ka pona gana pole ifa ka sakro ka tu ko maji ukuje to abla pa ka ganye nofton to so ta pa hamela fo ncho Ghana's Foreign Affairs Minister Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa conveyed resolute assurances to compatriots assembled at the Ghana High Commission in Pretoria as cause of nationals voluntarily prepared to embark upon repatriation from South Africa amid prevailing socioeconomic vicissitudes. The minister's diplomatic engagement sought to fortify bilateral consular vigilance while affirming Accra's unwavering commitment to safeguarding citizen welfare abroad. Addressing an emotionally charged audience within the Chancery presence, Blakwa articulated profound empathy for the exigencies confronting Ghanaian expatriates, underscoring that voluntary returnees would encounter no bureaucratic impediments upon homecoming. The minister described the exercise as a testament to state responsiveness rather than coerced exodus, emphasizing that reintegration frameworks had been meticulously calibrated to ensure dignity and livelihood restoration for returnees. That to kopula magai kepona Ghana. Look at the Pretoria, South Africa, to hold South Africa to come her blog, Ira Ghana view Ghana, Okata, Una walk over Yoma, Yoma Furagana, no Varo Hamark, Monfidura, to come on the same Catalonia, Ghana, Tonchara, Omo, Obo, Obo, Ungo, Yotarum, Yonto, Yumoto, Pomo, Yata, Anya War, Bramvo, Vano Gina to come a Bonobo, Mogafon, Tere Yojaba to Cockblock to Prohai never and never Ghana Fioji. Ta, Yoba Abola, Yoku, Prosuga, Mashameke, to come, Ikaba Kakafi Mo, Movaka, Movatrola, and a Trova Ghana fan over Ghana, over bloody Ghana Vioneri. I don't know, Ghana blood, Martin Patubu, Markham, Udogono. Oji brother nobo agbamanya wenyanya odo chona yo chonova mugachuwa mbayo aro yo yo wadafu aro na kanemo akono bagana fa gajiro ha dem to mabe okko pepere viara no posuba na la ro mano aro be ocho agugbaje o bagba o ko mei enyayawo enyanyado ke mi popom le miapa ntomalo nya ke mi choba kami miapa ntomalo miapa ntome vio ke ntepo bleto nya yo mia zora ngoro kujiba ba imba TV la woto la hota ke ka university ama ba tutu jimfo ka hostel enya khoi kama ni do won chene ma tere mia chi mia do na ba tere mia chi ma kwere la moren ala ba e ba shi ba e ba do juna na anu ti aka tere mia chi asi cha cho ma do mandua enya gbaru ba imba TV la bo mia me ke mia console Facebook a like share comment mimi ashire like ji share la fmato shiji na gona le throw is a hat bukai ke jina mia pom la ko hono no bio we shares on WhatsApp, shares on Facebook, shares across all pages. Let the Bariba TV be number one. Second be mi le ho ga ko mia ko sem le gara kata glo do le Togo ni pe Nigeria le hi ka paru kata mia ko sele yo du ko Rome e kai ke jina mia pom le nya kai ke je mara ha mia kom le ta don ku jibo Ŋdi TV ang ta po ma le bo wa ba ho vie na ngo wa nya na do no afiami. Right, the custodian and crackdown on free speech, Ejaku to Muhammad, and crackdown on free speech, Ejaku to Muhammad. Making form Ejaku nye the kaja ke bawajan go cha ye ne abasu shimano la ne MPP to kata le Ghana kata glogodo. AG makes U-turn at Supreme Court, backs NDC in delegate system case. AG makes U-turn at Supreme Court, backs NDC in delegate system case. All right, government to restore Galamsey lands, 800 acres targeted in Nkrofo. Okay, le Nkrofo tome le Ziman tomera kube Ewenyigba ke dume bla de Galamsey kukutai ke shikaku manusem boga ho Ewenyigba eka o ma rofa nyaro alebe yowo onye nkuchofe. Lawsuit looms over NDC's e-visa rollout duplication. Over Nigeria, over no e-visa rollout. Allo nkubuwi monzoso bani kana mamoloji na mamole fialo ko funu ya owe bobo we chef. CDM flags crisis in agri sector. MPP celebrates loyal parties toward Asempapa at 100. Okay, MPP to Hobotana Hope Hamanola de Kaika Hope Alfareka le MPP ame. Oh, Akbenim Maune Alright, Daily Post. That's right, Daily Post, man. Ghana welcomes Pope's apology over Catholic Church's role in slavery. Ghana welcomes Pope's apology over Catholic Church's role in slavery. Banao tadera boglombe papa ne Catholico ha hikono nola ga boglombe yore kuku na Africa blehia katabudu alaba Catholico ha bashile amishi chachame yoma wenyo ke nyabo duko Ghana over your kupura makupura adema Papa Leo and Elia Kenya Catholic to Bishop Aka very kupure hang yo nolaro Catholico nolaro ha was Africa via Baba Popula you Ashile Name Chatabla Mania Blomo Kupuro. First batch of Ghanaians fleeing xenophobic attacks in South Africa arrive in Ghana. First batch of Ghanaians fleeing xenophobic attacks in South Africa arrive in Ghana. Yo, Ghana, yo, along a borrow the game over from the Ghana, yo, South Africa, I can join your warmle. America to come hold Jonah, Burger will be all over Ghana. Pastor Muhammad celebrates Eid or Hajj with Muslims, people to Kokora or Shinam. Sheikh Nuhu Sharabutu, Nunola Ghana Catholic Islam Torah lo ala subolo kata ke Emma Alagbara Menejia Tabe Khalifa. Nkofo President Muhammad hands over mined outlands for restoration. Nkofo Mziman Tomara Kokora Rashani Bomanyaro Kohocho Sikama no Sam Kukunchi over Nubo or is an euro and SIC Insurance donates 200,000 cedis to Ghana Medical Trust Fund. SIC Insurance nega gogo ware 2 billion yo chone Ghana Medical Trust Fund. Ele barama Nigeria about Khalifa. Don't go to Ewenyigba TV, the water, the whole technical university, I'm about to ne echimbe mi akpere le bubudo do arama. Jimbe nyakperench yenchile enyaro kakama jimbe nyakperench bo duna se fanko gremia jile afia alebe nya akperemu nyawe wanyo novi wowo du tutudo lolo de fia pleto ye ena ni ele afia ro taktere nya chia bo vi ka nyen kosam ne kiko pakata yo kano le kwejo kupata jo nya jora meji Ngakola na yomi plus 23242670773 Comina Nova Chunchina. The Inquisitor, restoring degraded lands, Mahama is committed, lands minister assures. Restoring degraded lands, Mahama is committed, lands minister assures. Yo, do domodaka kona aniba Emmanuel Amakofi Bua, I should think. But longer to Lucopola, the Claro, where Anibasha and Biker don't oblige you, Sikaku, Monsangia, Robakwele, Amabrawoshi, our abuse of free speech. Aponimaki speaks on where to draw the line. Abuse of free speech. Aponimaki speaks on where to draw the line. And people where Agbonoglai Kele, South Abraham, Alexander Aponimaki phone where. Gouvernement blore kwa ablore kele Ghana bele enchi wowo le moma no semchia yonya na chonchi yere gome mshawa ka kum kaka pototo li na mshawa ke mo yubo no ne mpon na kum baflima ka untonya MPSCO vows to deal with fuel smuggling. MPACO, National Petroleum Authority CEO, vows to deal with fuel smuggling. Domaga Tuma Hoshi, Tuami Hoshi, Kayamomemi, Wokuple, Chi, Pashi Chachao, the Garabo, Ramokata, Smog Shicham, Petro, Gara Petro, Chocho, Betato, to call me in Vajazam, Alo Chocho, Betato, Mokola Bam, Wajoga Radio, Obadazanle, Ashi, Bletoka Kakia, Roma, Rukra, Yokusho, Betadu, Koma, Kramana, Amigaga, Kono. Adamus Resources says report from Mali is false, misleading. Adamus Resources Shikaku for Ebo Blomba Yama Blomova, Yonovi, Ikanyashicha, Dopo Mali, Majogahamo, M5051, Mashiblum, Ukoga, Marata, Meji, Malam. Alright, the Daily Gist. The Daily Gist government reclaims 800-acre Galamsey site in Nkrofo. Government reclaims 800-acre Galamsey site in Nkrofo. Jiru Rufe, Ntapo Wole, Nkofontoma Galafia, Ohoni Baro, the Kansekuloshi, BOJ races to SE over GN Bank ruling. BOJ races to SE over GN Bank ruling. Oh wow. For that, I go for Kenya Bank of Ghana. Aladuji na the Supreme Court board, Alaba Supreme Court, Yenya Fuota home, over Northern Kunyayame. Esiaba Majuji na Obubo ne Agbane. GN Service and Loans Company, but not trouble about that. Appellate ruling. Appeal court, but Bank of Ghana, that she. GN Savings and Loans in Chibano Boba Auto. Bank of Ghana Bomba. Modashire Nyacho Chomajo. Are you in the Supreme Court? But Supreme Court. Now, definitely Nyacho Chomama. GM Bank, stay back home. According to the Bank of Ghana. That's what they want. Back with Sindumpa Bank, I will back with that bag. Yeblom Bank of Ghana. Detained MP fights for bail in Amsterdam. Detained MP fights for bail in Amsterdam. The only Kwame Frimpong in Ghana, South America, was Rukishima, Equal to Rukishi tickets in Africa Parliament. About MP, MPP to Hafi. Akayo i primary so da ko wo mo cha le pipia ma le nto wa ma ru ju da choro ki ko aruji aka yo aruji abaya e ka cha ga kple NDC to. So that's the kind of person we're talking about. Only in Amsterdam, Arabo, Efun, Chigafim, Ahia, Ahia, Fihafim, Ahia, Fifi, but Ahia, Fifi, but Fun, Gigafifi, Tai, or Smith, some more little. One play for Naraka, Yalam. I can't look at Brian, your food, play your food, that talk, a young chicho, a young show, Malo, Malo, Chogana, Maplo, Chogana, playing Bano, the Ghana, Chogana, Yachashi, Mapua, Chichamara, Chadamara, Choga, who I love for them. I'll have an enemy with me, Povia, Yama, Fidia, Plato, young macho, my baby, Choga, rope on a wine day. In a fifi for your gomile. A cala momamo ho, Yamano, and men pianto Yamoka Tamalamo, da Nazabu Buqueta, MP, Colam, Sarai, O Buma, Benas, I never remember Blola, Yafifi up and Yagomila. Right, 300 Ghanaians arrived from South Africa. America, Buoma Baton, Uaro, Kana to Coma, Uro, South Africa, to Coma, Ujudo, Mustafa Usif. Cited in 579 million Ghana City Africa Games Canal. Mustafa Usif, Tata Lefia, Ube Haruchibako, Ejibabe Yoshi, Dabo 579 million Ghana cities, 50 Kajima, Ghana is sitting on time bomb CDM worms. Ghana is sitting on time bomb CDM1. Tema airport crash report out. Tema airport crash report out. Tema aircraft, I beg your pardon. Tema aircraft crash report out. Tema aircraft crash report out. Let them out of man. Yamu via Mavaro local to Kony. Yamu via Reka to Kony Kerma. Jore no Pule. Hebron. Ha nora of you, Hebron, ha nora of you can ampufu, the Madonna Inga, Yabuba, Tokonia Suquare, let them are Ibai, Ika Jore Miaro, Chachaco, would you, Ubo Fufuele, Hebron, Bedo Hang, Petacose, Bedo Hang, Macma, Uber and Yamashu, Blamon, Robert Fisher, Udang kumopong kapsutu wuha dagbana etogo mi kanya kui kawu ame otogo Ghana na ya buto ko sha koli ati ni ka ya report abadogo ta ni jo afi abogwa ga u joro mio ubola bana malo. All right, daily graphic, me the daily graphic. Daily graphic, let peace prevail. President urges Ghanaians in Eid message. Do kokola ya la barayima to kuku abala hajena. Chwakabaya opo ala suboro kata. Nyayo bono afovo le nyashi. Nyayo by editorial discretion. Nyayo jobara. Daily graphic, let peace prevail. Let peace prevail. President urges Ghanaians in Eid message. Toma favoranoy, tu come na fana mi, na fana. Tu come na fana, Yebrom Mahamalena, Yano Via Usao. Alright, 300 Ghanaians arrive home from South Africa. Government begins 800-acre reclamation project in Nkrofo. Illegal structures face demolition, Minister warns. All right, so you can get a Chief Imam Lords Interfaith Harmony at Eid prayers. Okay, Chomaka, you can Tunga, Usato, Ala, Suboro, Ala Akbar, Ala Yoma Tabila, Akbar, Kakakao, do Barabo, Popolapuma, Enya ka ka dongane shake no shabutu ke no la gane ya ovyo kata ka ala yo mo la kana inyo go ado jina ba fishia ngo sasajim Jehozo kata wo no no konsem interfaith harmony lauded by Chief Imam lost interfaith harmony at Eat Bread. Acho beludo jinhu warofiare nya dudon choma na shek no shabutu na yo muchimo playo yo sumboro kle gana kata gudu egbo fifia nya chichona ba Kristo to kle ameko le Kristo to kala to kata o rekao como se seli ajira wo meji amebe ma o ha pronya mauro ameba to mauro amebe ala ye mauro ka amarebo Yesu Jesus is the way no ata to bobe luhore regime mashama to ngakari ninya no como se mason ye promo right me the chronicle me ko na ya wa kple chronicle yikanye nya jubara mamleto ifo popo ta su swaleta so the chronicle Government begins 800-acre land reclamation project at Akko. Government begins 800-acre land reclamation project at Nkrofu. Okay, is my Nkrofu? Yeah. National security dismantle Galamsey networks linked to secretariat. Oh wow, make more national security coordinator ne Galam stop in Amos COP Alhaji Abdul you know what I'm Galamsey yola ye ba kere kachacha mo pa bovito ka so chao gata wakatari yo do maglam yo mo katakaka na no to di chowa ya mi do pejiwe Ivory Coast ntubiare Usman ofi $450,000 over the talk about bene o ne shika kpekpe mare ubere ba tuyo le cholu obli da kona me abo hugashi shika ko ja o mala ja ko amara do ko kaba to yo ho shika sho kuchara to ba ego bo bi ko shebo o ma kun wo apobo ga so ja mo fe lo ko bi to mo to ka ka o le ki abo bo ya me o bu kan ki amofin mo bo blombe ba be National Security Coordinator COP Alhaji Razak Boblomeri. National security dismantles Galamsey networks linked to secretariat. National security dismantles Galamsey networks linked to secretariat. America Galamsey kungaka o bere jidu domaga o magba alo amaka magol magbanu o nyamagao yo kala do kwe ka o de nsa ashina ba o tote Galamsey amokata yo ye tomama belum kabanto ayo abal kaminyana the chronicle una epe nyajojo ngomong chikle mau nya iki mona pipi nona for the nagbana kabato in Proverbs 28:7 Proverbs 28:7 The one who keeps the law is a son with understanding, but a companion of gluttons shames his father. The one who keeps the law is a son with understanding, but a companion of gluttons shames his father. Proverbs 28:7. Proverbs. Lord to Pagbane. Tablab Boni Pipi Andre. Lord to Pagbane. Tablab Boni Pipi Andre for Yazobane on your ta. Ŋdi Wɔna Sejia Enye Visengomi ame wòse ne vi se ŋgɔme. Ke ame ke nɔ ŋutsu ɖulawo yoma edo ŋukpe fofoa. Ame nɔ ŋutsu ɖulawo yoma edo ŋukpe fofoa. Ame ɖe kuku menye ƒe Biblia me xlẽ o. Melé ŋku ɖe nyagbawo ŋuti. Gɔmeɖeɖe yi ke wɔnam be edzea wua ye ma me ɖe. Proverbs 28:7. The one who keeps the law is a son with understanding. Evi kenye vi wòse dzia, enye vi se ŋgɔme. But a companion of gluttons shames his father. Ame yi ke tsia aka ƒe ŋutsu la ŋukpe yiwo hena be ne efofoa. Nya yawoe wonye nyadzɔdzɔ yiwo ke wonye nyadzɔdzɔdoŋuiwo he tsatsam le míaƒe nyadzɔdzɔgbalẽ gãwo ƒe tawo de. Le ema dzidzi ma ame dometso kpui xɔ ge avae axɔ gbedeasi tso míaƒe megbedawo gbɔ. Ke ne metrɔ va míazɔ ɖe ŋgɔ akpɔ leke míadzɔ nyawo me. Pi ɖe koa. Míadakpe ne Newslings Herbal Dictionary. Míadakpe ne Newslings Herbal Dictionary. Kpakple míaƒe Honorable Richmond Edem Kofi Kpotosu kpakple Vola Herbal Clinic be wode me benam le wɔnɔƒea ya. Ne ƒo ganyia be leke mi nyae na mi dzona nyawo me. Ta mi gege ɖe nyawo me dzodzo me kpi ɖe ko. Ke ne mi zɔ ɖe ŋgɔa míakpɔ leke míawɔ si tsɔtsɔ ale be míaƒe nuƒo, míaƒe nufiafiawo, míaƒe nutsotso katã yi dom mi ɖe na mia míaxlẽ wo ɖo ŋku dzi be mi le Ewenyigba TV dzi le Facebook. Ta ne le Facebook míakpɔ mamio ko nata wɔna mi kple mena kple mia ŋuti. Amewo ɖa ɖe ɖo ɖe me ɖa ŋɖo na nena ma ɖewo maxlẽ. Medzina va nɔ miwo ŋlɔm mi le kpɔm, medzina va nɔ miwo ŋlɔm mi le xlẽm. Nye ni ŋmae vizina nye hã ma. Ta ke le Facebook ale be nanam nutsotso. Nenema ke ne nye ŋkɔ sem le míaƒe ŋutɔ kpasiakpa +233242670 773 enye nɔmba yi ke natɔm azã akɔtsia kapakplim. +233242670 773 is the number you can use to reach me out there. Reach me out on WhatsApp or by text or by audio message. All right. Mahodu machuchukwi ya nmetrova mia azore ngoma kakasi wo TV ya mo Tony Mark-Boye enya mia plomne Ŋdi Wɔna wa enya jojo balo me jojo paji me gbona yemejo.
Oh. No silence ever English dictionary. Ya tepe. But see dictionary ka zo afi e passe ke. No silence ever English dictionary standard ton yeah. Standard yeah. And you know the view can know the basic level. And you know American SHS. And you know American university. Allo the language you want. Then you make a view. And be a strong but no silence ever English dictionary. And you know how I must make an never view module and be a strong but no silence ever English dictionary. And you know what, mama. Nala dile ko so ma de na kula atia place order le Amazon allo number ka na call screen Nigeria opo dumi to de ka na WhatsApp afisi african la nya call no silence ever English dictionary akwa cover no akpe no silence ever English dictionary enyon to. no 8 pepe. And the number supposed element of fear.
If you guy over, I like a no me distracted. I mean, any intelligent person should know.
Vola pachika munyo.
Ago. Oh, what is? Let's go do it.
Không còn thế mà. Thì bà đã quên làm đồ cái tụi bụi. Ta nhà trung mặt ra đi tuổi. Một con nhà vong giật cái là.
Oh.
Những mà vật phẩm. Thì mà ta thằng mặt trung. Mà nó chỉ có vụ.
Dari nanti Abraham fi baraka inele ya pati ke tikwane gbogbo ya wa. Base hasbena di dile nuna fia. Koko ina duna fa gare wonye ya nya fa no fa si bani ko wi wonta nya nkuro wa. Mola pati ko nya ko katara gbe.
Bon. Mà nó chỉ có vụ nó biết rồi.
Va vai batakalo subo. Ita bi ga da de sikremon tonto. Mola pati ke wa busielo weto fina.
Mayira vola to gbo. Ye mon no chika ko mo pong jeje
vola chika no plum na zama fiva na kama furaga na ma shama na zin
Nya pa to wala to fita ita ne za vola chika nya to ma toro ha wo za vola chika fofo jijila ama
this vola piki vola baby
ma una yira vola to ona una masa
vola pachika wala chika drapo kata alo gado pa doyo pa mala akblawu wo jango St. Peter and Paul Catholic Church atututu le hoa apola old fashion le apwe kala hwahwe gada woji le agodo ma Yellow House Street wo jango local restaurant atututu opa dopo le budi gba ochogba chongdiga adrekla afaba dashina fiega aton kala mamli da gbewa oja dogo mantiga andrekla afa odashina ndogawi efe pokana vola le 0244 512 1452
Vola
Nina ne mi ayi vola ma senda afima mi apoda yo la nya deba vola
E fiva lo. Akulori le fuda now. Alele le fuda now. Domaru le fuda now. Achi de padaka. Ofuto makata. Mele to wonyi de wa. Eti makolo no ba. Na ile vola heba center. Ikele jengo applaud. Victoria Park. Afima na kodo. Wotu kame. Wa futo. Wo fukame. Fukame tutu dokada. Vola heba center. Dr. Prosper Debeneba. Come on.
vola
That new African is ready to fight his own battle and show that after all, the black man is capable of managing his own affairs. That new African is ready to fight his own battle and show that after all, the black man is capable of managing his own affairs.
le do tsuki ma ke mi xɔ fia me he mi tso taflatse kɔdo be miaƒe mɔ wo da mi ƒu gake mi gatrɔ gbɔ. All right. Nyadze wɔn aleke meɖo ŋku dzi na mi be wɔna kpa ya nye nyamedzro wɔna enye du wɔnya du nyahe wɔna ta mi bi miada kpe ne miaƒe honorable Member of Parliament Adam Richmond Kofi Otosu be ekpekpe le mianchi ale be mi wɔna ya wɔm ke le mi zɔrengo ha miada kpe ne miamewo ke le megbe ne wɔna fola Herbal Clinic kple New Slang Dictionary mi le wotɔe le ho Technical University megbe fi ke mi le nye Jim Fuga hostel. All right. Gba mi agre mi pe nyawo ma gba la de ma alo ma tata ro ma le mi pe TV awo ji mi popom mi ke gbogbombe asedun ketia alo fa fiamba asedun ketia le kachacha ka kple Zaneto Rollins le wo pe ho li nyawo ma be yo cho flaga ne NDC ke le verified NDC le verified NDC youth wing platform on a directive Jokatanya ban malo no tatamang majivie nana kamalin nama ikanye kachacha ikale Zaneto Rollins ble General Mosquito Asidun Kitamo Bana experience integrity results, a new leadership, a better Ghana. National Democratic Congress, Johnson Asiedu Nketa for flag bearer, and Dr. Zaneto Rollins as running mates. Together we'll build a Ghana that works for all. Strong economy, more jobs, quality healthcare and education for all, infrastructure that transforms lives, transparent governance, real accountability. Vote together for change. So that is not true. It is not true. It is not true. So that is the first thing we want to touch on this morning. Dora regime le NDC ame kata le NDC ama onya we ba ojoba masoro ngo masoro regime le pachame ela be ohosebe General Asiedu Nketia aloyo Asiedu Nketia ikoga yona pireko ikabacha monko alo hadoma konya General Mosquito bagbajembe ya choflaga enfom amoa khonsebe chiji amoko sebe pon fo film bom ramata Mahagna Idris Minister of Education eva pom blogger du kopola thank you to bachanya yame thank you to mail urutania we chuare yiko chupwe kebai maloi kwekata bai mako asenu ketano chanto kakaba kuafia ya da kuchatu au chanto mkuwa ile to biafia kwa dofia samaha bai black by down na mi yeina ba I'll be back so mi anaba amaro o bagbajembe yo bunaza yo kamu parichi pokoto from verified youth platform of the National Democratic Congress. This is what we have: fake, ignore division, investors. Jan hasn't declared for anything. JAN hasn't declared for anything, and it is not time to even think of who is running mate of whatever. Watch out for those who will be doing anything possible to draw negative news for #Jan. Now, you mentioned JAN. I don't know what that is. Asiedu Nketia, maybe Asiedu Nketia, I don't know. Yeah, Asiedu Nketia. So when we reach the bridge, we shall cross it by the grace of God. So that's the message we have here. So Jan is Johnson Asiedu Nketia. Johnson Asiedu Nketia. So the message I go blombe enye lakba enye mwavivi mi magale tore nyare keke blo amole nchibe Johnson Asiedu Nketia gba jembe ya choflaga ne NDC amalete po Johnson Asiedu Nketia magura fiare ke be anye aflaga chola ne NDC tamogale tura me ke gba jembe yo no nya jojo manu amawo conve alono bra alono kakan to sube patia na photo da ema bomemile zane toro ni sikanye du kole to member of parliament preto and those things are fake. So that's what we have here. Of course, we mitaka minyam mitamile toji mi koba afford da ro plan poro prechichi ni gona roje jamle Johnson si edun ke tia ko ngona ma amo brom amegero brom kaka egba obo brom be Johnson si edun ke tia magbro fiar ke be ya cho flaga ne NGC magbogole hado ta ma brom le be ebe acho flaga ebe anu mahama ke na mahama magaba yalba mi katami ko saba apo ko patona mahama na shi do akopronchi arabai ke Fota say constitution laro from 1992 minya ba jeje produce from 1992 to 2000 ora shinchipo minya ba kufo ba produce from 2000 to 2008 ora shinchipo minya ba mills va no jiji yo troma ba John Dramani mama ikenye preparento mema ahudu akprovere yo vai dako uruji haprodo apana kugana tobo manyo yora shinchi yeta ina na rudankwa kufuaru aba ya baprodo apana bu penyi adawu takoba jona tina tusu wa servia ko meshame ke baru ko na do penyi yenye jiji toke jake ke le nana rudankwa kufuaru pengoli aprodo penyi apeka ka ukoide mo be ajeba nana rudankwa kufuaru na jora yeta ina rumfija Mahamudu Bam yabaso flaga chora kaka uhano nyare goma breaking the eight if you have penny Mike ame help na dua yo na we sube NPP na katanko dua wu fanyi to bobe maganye ukopora na na do danko akufu adwe to akloga wu fanyi kaka at least na NPP flaga chola ikenye baomiana banushaji still Ghana tomono regio yorora to akoda dame yena nyapatu ko plola ikenye John Dramani mama troga badujiro akana dankura mwa John Dramani mama odinda kono kupi akona ho akpomo gala koya epe nenya ko gale na maula kwera gote fali wa awu fo plafare o na news emchokpere mwa ko ayina ko wo da amoko sepe vive majeba mahama na kacha baba bo do wara ke alo to trora ke nya pa sanchi to susuba ya no jiste bio ramata ajijan pati amato kata akpadan to alo me o ke como se alo saji wo sabubu bolo ma ko de ma ba ajeba mahama na ba ipo ala ba mshame ke wo dokle constitution from 1992 who said je penny akama bono claro la pachama au kuno bono claro la pachama abe patia chairman Bodobano comrade Mount original chairman of the National Democratic Congress ya lokubo kile kwa Jeremy Hujibori maraka masema na pompo haru maraka masema na pom magbaharu ninyaku kile tamenyo mebi poba pada dijia global mahama tem abaya kakuboga kuduya after 2028 abo magdonyareko ta yono to jema wow ta pe bale mi amaro ko susuma ajo mahama tona kum abo be mega ego avo esa fia ko to be mega ego ta re ba ya mahama to akumbo ye mega ba je go ya prodo ta ya ngawo foko ya shira manchi wa ko da moyo Molio maika mahama no tachano ya chimemi da kona ya global NDC dunya nye party banto ike na nyong nazu vice president alo to kokolo operator eble avama eka blofiara ba inshallah na mawe NDC anye duko broha ike nyongve abe flag bearer ambo chokbo no machi matenwogo no mateni akro preto akamisa ya opo na rompujia le nana do gankwa kufa do molia amugo jo meje ba ma ba ma jirugo ba mi am jiru kene jiruge aga fi mi lenye ba mi aru ba du chi flaga donc jibo na na makina na do ka gankwa kufa do flaga cho chola my mama ugloba 2013 mo 2012 mo uglomba cho alankashe sugosu beto alankashe sugosu aka nke bajo alankashe bajo franto egba ta movement for change ala franto papalo he habobo banya gbo mele ko nana cho flaga bo nana watawo bo cho makina nana ya watawo nya bu aka female nya nana ko ba to gana ko plenyo ikata mi kote kwa ta afimila ejemia nonjo afimila ejemia dondo ni katutu jojoge le NDC ma nabaka aflaga chochoa ana be NDC aga bijalo mafisho en doyo kata NDC jagoma gomo gugu okuko daraira mo ganga uba big push amo gugu daraira ta nemima ponyo umo chacha mito tono fa comme ça se male NDC moi que bona fugere NDC ano bobo be MPP aga la trova ameke le MPP amo wate mia problème yo mete mia problème na mi to mia penyama akani bomle de jeshini we enhia we tono fa farano NDC ame ta bale ka baro mia bobo me chame ike mo pon avec Zaneto ikinye tukopola oho ikinye NDC gomado ani la amekenye former president I beg your pardon, former president Flight Lieutenant General John Ron Ispevi la kachacha waka president aguba meuke moma mbebno nyomole enye na nekeje jamle NDC communication team le communication kata jindia ube do kata nosi ama is new media nangje chachalo funoja mioyo no new media akemia abanya joka kape na ikala satellite g multi-media. Somehow we are traditional media, but at the same time we are still new media. Fiabengi wo memela mu pomle TV korokoro TV ke bakaucha koporo legli ka kena makamuzo son le fijafi ke imula omia pomle ko funoji. So we are quite new media and quite traditional media ta mirashi bele ngaya ajuji namba bala bombaro amchucheke miaboba amchuwe ni sitobo agogomba Johnson asiedun ketia ke yoma be chan JN magbro alo mabacho bana ke fiarke mure encourage dashi tabayi be ya choflaga bala ke bombala ale tamu ke bumna za ta sona promi brale ke uzana to kon kochon kota tarenchi bono nyase no nyakmo ha majo ala me kada bazana to ronisa jeji uvi pam nya medical doctor nya member of parliament azane to nya mareke nya kem pokun chi ko ba sefisho nya masen ko bele na nyom yaro masa wo fifi wona la ro fiti wona la shi ko re gam moreke na kuma ro fo da ro bona jiru fo nanko nya ma bwebe ko plan re kale na nyom yo ta amoro bu me ho be na ta jobe Johnson asiedun kechana bazo flaga chola asiedun kechanye shimano na gana NDC ya huhu no wat jobo bazo flaga chola na NDC ya yesa netona kperencha anyunto ala baike John kamani mama cho Professor Nana Jeno kukwaji macho we kperento ewuto renyomu jalbebe nyonwo manye NDC PPP penya glo memro nyonku nyonwe ube Professor Nana Jeno kukwaji mapechacha nko magbanyo Mr. Professor Nana Jeno kukwaji ma areva ile IAA debate are bazu moderator alo anozo koji yakbele kojo pon kuma maima tukopola mahama and the president for the first time bilongo libaye debate ma nana do dankwa kufaru babe mabawako ya busa kara pleto wowe no debate mame PNC leto ta fuma mi bonong ya la ko ya benya tukakara na fuma bonong ya kon fami pe kon la boya mo bojiriare am sembo mare to bobe obe nyala ga ne vice chancellor bo plato konko ne English fiana plato male ve choke plato manya mai hana mi gbo ne wale dunyama ni mejesine na matututu ni mejesine na matututu ka ai debate ya yeva na ekono nya biam kokpola maima the IEA Institute of Economic Affairs but debate mama ye make bomb ya ko also to kokpola but parento ta nyaya is a risk madam you no jerumpla Brad Kenya, acting regional secretary in this, but there is a risk in the party. There is a risk in the party. The chairman of the party, who is the leader of the party, she might not have a badge of flagger. Happy New Year, Brad Kenya, Brad Kenya, regional manager, Exim Bank. But there is a risk about for only the chairman, we have a flag bearer. I feel like the chairman at the same time. You see, the chairman is the leader. The chairman also flag bearer. So the leader of the party and the leader of the government, these are two different things. Then a flag bearer, I feel like a leader of government. Government are a people are front of the chair that Kaka party and that the chairman of the party wants to be the flag bearer powerless. Nsele shiara be ujebele rugoma chairman on Rokishi aka there's a likelihood be ataduji bobwe neduji ha duma hia maru choke be chairman nyenye pleto ina be brabore mo bana maru pleto so ejuma as a risk. This was in December 2024. This was in December 2024. Tamokele party atuma ufu mchomya unku ale ko blalo bledi alo boy my ma ever mo fam ta am so striker le mia kira ko yeba mia NDC towa mi gar mi alo ko me mia fa bane jagbaji ala be mia ba chuka na sin titwa o chana makwe lo ko ko sitano are ha do ko atogo la NDC amare bai u bela sama ko to kakaka ma kamera fu du kopala ika do NDC ani aswa nana kuredo ajima ronlisi aba do pacha mai bado ever NDP National Democratic Party or something like that and me ke party malagba me nya fika wo ple pick up yo program ya ko lo ba offices yo ka wo high but me afia malagba even jeje top pro so no campaign na so enjo ngokata bojo party ala morem na be NPP where jiduru ikapata den na naru dan kwa kufuaro no ano boboy duchi gadriaka and so that's you need institutional memory. So please me American sito migre mi all right me akbo na jojo recover yoke le tade ne city newsroom na ya jojo ba akapare kele yame ke o mtepe nya ba America alo ya $1 makbo ko mo makbo la ville métallique border over Accra Kumasi Expressway 51-kilometer cleared compensation to begin in June. Interesting. Ghana's economy to expand 5% in 2026. AFDB. African Development Bank. Africa kata global for Gajarofeka African Development. That's African Development. I should think here. Ogo Blombe Ghana. But Ghana on Chichigereji. Atole Alofare Kame. Atole Alofare Kame. So I think I'm interested in stuff like this. A very quick one. The African Development Bank projects Ghana's economy to expand by 5% in 2026, with growth expected to strengthen further to 5.4% in 2027, positioning the country among the stronger performing economies in West Africa. So that's that over Ghana, aba America fiasa do ko de share pe du kon ton ko ganya mi kata fufu gasha ga ka mi pona ko jiji aba ke atol aro fare come the pe come so that's that. If you like it, you go to City Newsroom and you read that one. All right. Your job is to be engineers, not politicians. Energy Minister tells ECG staff. Okay. Juru domo kaya kwa ya jo. Bole jokari kuku awo bole mama le kana kata bobo ne ameuka domle jokari mado wafa ikeja electricity company. Fi kemi ba plo na jole bobo no he na me ka to mafia mi akwa do enye be ni anye modern dollar munye dunya ha mi. That is a very, very important call from this man. The Minister of Energy and Green Transition, Dr. John Abdullahi Jinapo, has cautioned engineers of the Electricity Company of Ghana against politicizing their work, warning that acts of negligence and sabotage within the power sector will not be tolerated. Addressing 4 regional managers, 21 district managers and engineers of ECG in Ashanti region, Dr. Jinapo stressed that workers in the energy sector owe their allegiance to Ghana and not to any political party. Your job is that of an engineer and not a politician. You cannot be a politician. That's why I say if you want to be a politician, you exit. According to the minister, the inability of ECG to consistently deliver quality, safe and stable power supply due to what he described as deliberate negligence by some engineers has damaged the image of the energy sector. He said his responsibility as sector minister was to ensure discipline, dedication and commitment among staff to guarantee reliable electricity supply to citizens. Dr. Jinapo noted that beyond public criticism directed at government during periods of power outages, ECG also suffered revenue losses from power that had been paid for but remained unused. Jidu doba kaka kona nyaka kari nyaoji Jinapo no tatana le fuma boblomba he ichi doma ga kalantu na roma bla ufonto susu la shanti bla to blumtu momo fu boblomba yo fonde je shigo nyamaro wo ko ba wuru kiuma ba ndisi to kra pito wene o instead ba wo do aba engineer so morandolo yo kala fatuji yika isi do ba fatu khamna o do ba kana shishago da kama cholemi bala ndo we ana ba jono chichimshi garna juchara ka gayo ko jebo vayo bo aba ji do pena ka o mofano aba mo do fa kham bla yo bo no do ta imia yo pode shenya ta ma shawana ruki mena no njo na no do na me ka pede ji bo juchichim ta para yo kuma yo po amme o kenya modan dolo mo unte ko ita juchiro no nyalo ko di ba nyasheka. And I think that's a good call. Salute, that's a good call. That is a very, very, very good call. Miss Samelo, Miss Sameba, Oboju Chink, Kalashanti, Tomota Chijum, Kato, Amo, Frigio, Baglam, Photo, Mr. Sanamo, Ashanti Tomal, Wabafuma, Doku, or Bear. I'm a boo of my mother. Comment ya jiu mo le English ya jiu ta enwo de bo mo no afọ trama in ba no lo brodo wo meta chi na number ju chi mapma energy minister be okwo mo yo kata tejeshi yo kpo mo kata tejeshi ta yo na nam do magara ta to mapma no nya be no mo do ro wo yo nya lo nya ko tejeshi be nani na do wo alo nani mo wo ita ju chi oko yo nya na ya peme maybe a politician and that she donchi for to donchi na la plero na classe te no ba wale wele na ko rashi for to donchi no hana plero aba politician nya bo magano ye for to do ma no chinku pi kom ko anu mo aba politician. I think that's a good one ka ni hani ma block ire ko nya ba mira kuku Me Nazabubuyo, me do peji. Me do pe Nazabuboji, there should be evidence that me touch ya me the carriage engineer. You could about for Tom and Mava. I don't about food up Hawaii, about Afu, a moro, Mafu. I make about fasted Tom and a moro, plus sugar over cow dom, Alo Ayro Caro, Aralu Caro, the one more room about. I make about dinner, Nigeria, maybe a chain and no machine. I'll make it about Shinana Roach, me took putting a lamb with a carpet border. Jimmy on your mille. Tell me lamb with a carpet border minute. A more, me, my hair. Ya leading up what I call the lemma. La shanting toma, a move watching Robert Temple to a toy jabber, war, wallow, Ajimia, leader, not was evidence. I can no buma benas and no bromo, young no TV jibber, who ben pipito, my manasso, I love a caflalo, cafla de Micalmia, Jamie Consana, and the Meprotua. I quit down selling me a shiba, me a chamber to my gown, selling a shiba, me a lamb looking but blotter. I can't tell Lamarca Hadua, if me boonas, I me boonas, and the car, Moncanamo, then I am going to meet her home haro. Then I'm a doma gaye ye. Imo the dog on my TV dog where as a Mayawanka. Ame wana toyale, amaya wana yale, amarina na nyonfudi na amele na nyomujena, amele nwona miele. Tane nana bana eje manya pakatu tu ma gbogbo. Na ma ko meke la fuma, na ma ganya wo ha. Le mina bode je be we la fuma we fuma di pon. Ati mgbogbo njin. E bi kan ko no je ka chef. Ma kpota na ko je mi are ura aba kpore mi. Aka no ni jona on chichi bu kaka jim na ni nya ko ni nya pe ba nya bro ma nya sesam. All right. Another Ghanaian pilgrim dies in Saudi Arabia during 2026 Hajj. Oh, that's a bad one. Ghana Viare, cooler Saudi Arabia. Oh, that's a bad one. Ghana Viare also more than Mecca. Le Ŋdi Wɔna, she can enter Mokova Al Hajja or Al Hajja. Over Ghana Viare Kofma. Street. Okay, the Pilgrims Affairs Office of Ghana, PAWAJ, has announced the death of another Ghanaian pilgrim during this year's Hajj in Saudi Arabia. In a Facebook post on Wednesday, May 27th, the office disclosed that Al-Haji Suleiman Idrisu 60 passed away on Tuesday, May 26th, at the plains of Arafat, one of the holiest sites visiting during the Islamic pilgrimage. According to PAWJ, the deceased has been buried in Saudi Arabia in accordance with Islamic traditions, as his family was duly informed. The office explained that under Saudi regulations, pilgrims who die during Hajj are respectfully prepared and buried in the Holy Land, with death officially communicated without need for another person to complete the pilgrimage on their behalf. PAWJ noted that in Islamic tradition, dying in a state of ihram on the day of Arafat is considered a deeply honorable passing. Dying in a state of ihram on the day of Arafat is considered a deeply honorable passing in Islam. And according to the Prophet Muhammad, a pilgrim who dies during the pilgrimage will be resurrected on the day of judgment, still in ihram, the statement said. The office said it worked closely with Saudi authorities to notify the family and provide them with regular updates prior to the burial. PAWJ extended its condolences to the bereaved family and prayed for Allah's mercy upon the deceased. We pray that Allah accepts his Hajj as Hajj Mabrur, forgives his sins, and grants him Jannatul Firdaus in the state. Alright, alright, Arafat towards Betagu come Saudi Arabia, Nyajumia Saudi Arabia to call like he have, and you have Masa, ye Ghana, Toro, Naya Mubujina, vai dakbe mvu alo bosamo hi ozona kuna khla kokwe ara yiku bafo na alo no ya afiara hanya fiko di Muhammad do plato da kom to hemo ikara tabia yano di Islam to ora go no fa e katro matumi e mapode kom to hemo i wopoina la tu kokoma ikenya arafato ni ji yeko kana biarba ku gakele de koma mana mo prone mana fia ba u na mo agba magba go riga ona ko ga ba fina kwa kana mka audio enya fa khose ta ni wana ko ya ba check up kuma to ana nya ba ku jore jio ta ku ta gana via ka ba kuma check up kuma to na nya ba ku kaka le prophet Muhammad nya bra Muhammad pa nya ma ameka kula ngba ko pe jia o na na o ka bu ka fona na ngba ko pe maji ina reji fo le contrope ta gara vi ka ba ton le Saudi Arabia e ko ba jamba ya so mo ko aba so ara hajia aku kaka mo popo liwe ga to troge afon on drogue alo o jipo aba no alagbo. All right, so nya ka po mo varera nya jo mo varera ko nya cho nya ko na kwa chia bo nya pe message so ha yo ka ba nya gbo mi o ka ta khode ha afi wona na awun le minute ya to ma bako minute just in 3 minutes. All right, other headlines, just a quick one. Impressor MP comments government's evacuation efforts, condemns xenophobia in attack in South Africa. Impressor Toko South Africa, government Jagba, Jiru Jagba, to Aleko Jagba, Program of you, Egbe, Kakaba, Anina Ona, South Africa, to Africa, Ghana, you, Africa, view, Ghana, view, and young Baranton. Only 10 out of 300 Ghanaians evacuated were in South Africa legally, as a official said. Oh, wow. And I have a lot of South Africa, but Ghana, Wudu, my mom, Shiko, Moso Banela, Java, Mo, Yafma Ban, Jimosha, Lunak Manusia, no ink at the Bob Bono. I won't put South Africa officials of Bobloma, Ghana, your whoopee, Shiko Banele, Epo, and Yarupana, the Fana Kuku, Nafana Baku, Nafana Kuku, Nafana Juramoto, Ghana view while South Africa, Uber. Amawu Shiko, most of my back belly. I'm not going to go the Omopo, I'll ban back show. So you can go and read all that. Cuts praises Bioji for suspending MTN's 0.75% wallet to bank fee. Even a match over you, Uber June Dopare, that when a bank of Granabo, she fintech company, Agjo Gamobon, Remiapo Funji, Namiachu, Funji for a banker, or Shijibo. Jules Debra Blacqua encourage evacuees, promised government assistance. Jules Debra Blacqua, Juru Domoga Mana, Hokore Juru Domaji, Jules Debra Blacqua, Panama Cachaca, Tadu Komoji Bombo, Yudakona Jirab, Bere, Nyanchi, Alabu. Government receives first batch of Ghanaian evacuees, and Bioji Gavada backs aggressive gold cocoa processing to support economy. All right, those are the things that we are having training here to date. Okay, la majijima nyachum nyapa wona awu echija jamla hu eman ko via chiga jamla hu jime dopa globa echija jamla hu ke echi amodem le Maryland le boto entom alawe jiru dopa ika para modo nyachi chodo dashina contractor uje do je modo do uje modo do modo mafi Chiaba Chacha, bypass or side ramp so cromole, you could Kurani well in Nama, wherever now Chiva, you Fuma Kaka Baba, Bamodem le Maryland, into a Fiat Anacho, Light Junction, Zonina, Kaka, Tomomagina, Mirage Lofu, and Bebel, a gym, and Bebel Mo, Bebel Tamidia, Judo, Nadmo, Assembly. Ministry for Transport by contractor, you should go on site and please do what you have to do. Either you create alleys, gutters, drainages, culverts, whatever. You are the technical people, but we know that the side ramps, the decelerations, and are creating flooding. Mida kuku, mi kpere na chima kutana nyama Tony Mark-Boye ye plomi le egba Wɔna me do no Mary Holanyo all the way. Yeah. Okay, thank you for your message. Amorado message down the Facebook. Good morning to you, Tina. You're watching us from Foodman. Good morning to you as well. MFA Emian Kosem like International. Good morning to you, Kabila Regional Youth Organizer for the NDC. Thank you for joining us. Good morning, Elikem, a regular part of our show. Good morning to you as well. Richard Akwasuka, a regular part of our show. Good morning to you, Teresa Nyakosam le Sakumona. Good morning to you, Patience Nyakosam le Adaklo, Do Nyakosam la Flow. Good morning to you as well. Good morning to you, Agbenyu Nyakosam le Bentota, Premier Namilokatan. Tony Mark-Boye Ŋdi Wɔna Kosaro Penya, and Mawe, a Chofida Magamia Bono. Bye bye.
That new African is ready to fight his own battle and show that after all, the black man is capable of managing his own affairs. African is ready to fight his own battle and show that after all, the black man is capable of managing his own affairs.